What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty video. Fair warning, I got about nothing in the tank right now, just gonna be honest. Kind of starting a different, workout regimen of the sorts. Played basketball yesterday. I'm out of shape, clearly, as you guys can tell. And we didn't decide to play 21, but instead 31. Mix in a group of guys who are either overweight or their shots aren't falling, and playing 31 and see how you feel at the end of it. I feel like a human callus. More used than a rubber Trojan. I mean, good lord. We have roster predictions today regardless. Hopefully that should perk me up talking about the zero raise upgrades that I have going. As always, this is a great way to make stubs. Leave a like if you guys do enjoy. Comment who you guys think is going to go up, who's going to go diamond, who's going to go gold, everywhere in between, and subscribe to the channel. Again, we hit 60K yesterday. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, 70K hopefully soon on the horizon. So smack dab into the middle of this one. Again, I'm going to say that I do invest in these cards, so just being transparent. Two, I'm not going to mention somebody going 75 to 77, redundant. It's not going to help you make stubs right now. We're primarily focusing on guys to look over for the horizon. We'll mention a few of those at the end, and then guys going gold to diamond, silver to gold, and that sort. So we are going to be starting out with, I guess we'll go ahead with our new diamonds. I forgot how we did it last week. So Xander Bogarts, this shouldn't exactly blow you away. And just like Gene Segura, Xander Bogarts just owns beachfront property on the 84.5 overalls. Annual, how old people retire to Florida, well, if they live in like Minnesota in the winter, that's what Xander Bogarts does. He just exists at gold to start the year and takes a quick trip, first class flight to diamond. He has been exceptional for the most part, as a lot of guys for the Red Sox have. I have a 99% chance at diamond right here. He has just been very, very good. 356, 621 slash line with 12 extra base hits against righties. That's alone going to warrant an upgrade. But you can see the market's already kind of keen on this one. 6.8K orders. I do want you to remember that Buxton went up to about 20. I don't think you can't invest in this, but you got to be smart. The Central, tough, because there's not as many high diamonds. There's Garrett Cole. The Yankees have, what, 8? Despite being a, fourth place team still. Speaking of the Yankees, we're going to be talking about Giancarlo Stanton. Man that people love to hate and love to love. It really depends on the person. Giancarlo Stanton, I'm going to give him about a 75% chance. I don't think it's guaranteed. Remember, he got downgraded 1 point in the last update. Since then, quite meteoric rise, I will admit. But against lefties, 273, 394 slug on the year. It's not impossible to think that could only get him up to an 84. That could warrant a downgrade in his power against lefties. He's killing righties, 8 home runs, 12 extra base hits, hitting a 621 slug, and 440, 760 slash in his last 15 days. So I'm going to give him about a 75% chance. I don't think it's guaranteed, but I think it's definitely more likely than not that Stanton's going to go up. And you would have some room to invest, only at 6K. Again, kind of tough to exactly say. Here we'll talk about the oddity that's really fascinating me, Buster Posey. I want to mention, I don't think he's going diamond, but he's someone to look forward to. Because he's showing no signs of slowing down. I think it's through his last 30 at-bats, hitting 607. 1,107 slug with 4 homers. Against lefties, he's hitting 429, 786 slash. Against righties, 383, 745. Where the fuck did this come out of? I looked at his baseball reference, obviously, when I'm pulling this stuff together. In 2019, he hit 7 home runs. He has 8 this year in 400 more at-bats. Is he using steroids? Did old Giants great Reggie Stalker, give him a couple needles in his locker, who knows, but I'm sure Giants fans are quite happy because they're looking quite good this year. Talking about Chris Bryant, again, 81 overall. I don't think he's going to go diamond, so I'm not going to give this a percentage, but he has been amazing, of course. Just absolutely going off against lefties. 1,077 slug, 9 extra base hits, 4 homers, 26 at-bats, albeit, but he's just not getting out against them, fair to say. And against righties, 5 homers, 13 extra base hits. Definitely keep an eye on these two going diamond. Talking about pitchers, the only one that I have slated up is going to be Brandon Woodruff. You would have thought it was going to be Corbin Burns, but he is on the IL. So, Woodruff, I'll give him about a 75% shot. He has an 11 K per 9, 2.38 BB9, 148 opponent batting average, 0.77 whip in 41 innings. So, really what we're looking at here is K per 9, 11. I think that's warranting of at least like a 74, which I think would be enough, on top of really his fantastic opponent batting average and the fact that he's been doing this for some time now. He was great last year and he's looking even better this year. The Brewers are turning into the Rays a little bit because we're going to talk about, obviously, Corbin Burns. We've mentioned him, but we'll talk about Freddie Peralta. Adrian Hauser's been great, so they're just churning out top pitching. Also, talking about Cleveland, James Karinchak. Good lord. We have our righty Josh Hader or righty Devin Williams. Devin Williams is a righty dumbass. Karinchak has been amazing. I'm going to give him a 35% shot just because it's tough. They usually require larger sample sizes for relievers. 18 K9 to a 1.8 BB9? Are you out of your ever-loving mind? Jesus Christ, Karinchak. Wow, that is good. Like I said, I think he should possibly be diamond, but you know, he's really only emerged last year and this year, which isn't that big of a sample size. They typically wait a while. Liam Hendricks, it took him forever to go diamond. So moving on to golds now, we're gonna go a little bit quicker. Astros, are we going there? Probably not. Talking about Jared Walsh right here for the Angels. Give him about a 90% chance. You can see he's going for 745, so there's still room to invest for sure on Jared Walsh. 378, 649 slash against righties, 6 homers. In the last 15 days, he has a 553 slug, 362 batting average, looking really good. Talking about someone who used to be in this division, we're mentioning Marcus Semien, who has been quite good recently. Gonna give him about a 70% chance. 348, 630 slash line in the last 15, 3 homers, 7 extra base hits. And yeah, I mean, if you look at his batting average, 258, 273 against righties, lefties, respectively, and a 474, 485 slug, respectively. I think there's enough there, and the fact that he was so damn good. I think he finished 3rd in MVP in 2019. I think if he doesn't get it here, like I said, 70% chance. Definitely invest either way, because he is going to get there. Pirates. Weird one. Adam Frazier. Not doing particularly fantastic. He has like a 770 OPS, but he's hitting 300 on the season, 320, 430 slash against righties. I have a feeling they're going to give it to him here. He has a 650 order. You can make some stubs on him, I do believe. For the Marlins, couple guys here. Jesus Aguilar. In the last 15, hitting 237, 500 slug, 3 homers. But if you look at his slash line, quite good. Hitting 289 with a 487 slug against righties, 4 homers, 7 extra base hits. Hitting 207, 483 slug against lefties. He needs 1 point. I think there's definitely a shot they give it to him. So keep that in mind. Plus, pretty low risk, and he's been pretty good these last couple years, so I think that is an investment you want to take regardless of whether or not he gets it this week, which I have him at about a 65% chance. At about a 70-75 for Miguel Rojas. He has been quite good. Again, 295, 568 within the last 15. Killing lefties, 378, 568 slug, 5 extra base hits. Doesn't have too much power. I think that's truly what he needs. The defense propels him up to a 78, and yeah, I think he has a pretty good shot at getting gold. Very low investment at 380 currently, so I love those two for Miami. Moving on to our pitchers, we have quite a few, so let's not waste too much time. Starting out with this one, I'm not going to talk about it too long. Tyler Glasnow. How in God's name is he not gold? He better be gold. Just going to say that one. For the Giants, we have Kevin Gausman, who I think definitely deserves it. Kind of got snubbed last week. 9.27 K9, 236 BB9, 171 opponent batting average. 78 overall. He was really good last year. He's even better so far this year. I think there's just enough there where he warrants +2. I think hit K and BB9 could go all up, you know, like 3-ish ticks respectively, and that would get him up to an 80 overall gold. 735, a little bit of room to invest, but not an overwhelming amount. No hitter. We've seen, what, 13 thus far this year? John Means. Of course, you know, throwing a no-hitter, people assume he's going to go gold. I have him at about an 80% chance, of course. You know, uniformity with Joe Musgrove getting a +5. Hard not to think John Means would get a +4 when he's been better than Joe Musgrove this year, not just because of the no-hitter. I think he's done enough. He's been really good this year. 9.78 K9. That is, you know, really going to get him points in. The hit 9, of course, at 135 opponent batting average on the season. Staying in division, talking about a reliever here, Matt Barnes. He got the POTM card. I think he deserves a little bit more love. He's been a very good closer for Boston this year. 15 K9, 1.5 BB9, 102 opponent batting average. Again, just blowing away that BB9 attribute that he has in the game, and I think even warranting of better hit NK per 9 than 93 and 91. So have him going up to gold. I think that's a pretty surefire. I have him at about an 85% chance, and there is still some room to invest there. Just want to throw out a wild card here. Corey Kluber, last 2 starts, really good. 13 and 2/3, 16 Ks, 4 walks, given up, 167 opponent batting average. Of course, he kind of just got brought down to silver, but maybe catapults back to gold. Just kind of a fun one here. Have him at about a 50% chance. I could see both ways. Julio Urias, want to talk about him. Last start wasn't fantastic, but the one prior was, oh Lord, was it good. And he pitches on Wednesday against the Mariners, who are really bad. 28th in OPS in terms of all ranking teams. And he's deserving, man. I thought he should have got gold last time. 9.7 K9, 127 BB9. Really love Urias. I would invest. He's low, and great shot to make a bunch of stubs potentially on him. Moving over to the Brewers, like I mentioned, Freddie Peralta. Here's back-to-back. We're going to get a couple weird ones. Freddie Peralta and Lance McCullers. Going to have them at about a 60% chance because they are walking a ton. 4.78 BB9 for Peralta, but he has a 14.91 K9. That is reliever numbers. That is really, really good. The stamina, he doesn't pitch all that long. He has the makeup more of a reliever. Like I said, I think he can get it. Pretty low investment, 380. I think that's one to look forward to. Then also the Astros, like I mentioned, Lance McCullers. Not nearly as good a K, but not bad, 10.47. But a 496 BB9, 172 opponent batting average. It's going to be tough, but I think he deserves a little bit more love on the K9. It just depends, would they lower their BB9 at all? If they don't, then I think they're going to go gold because they did enough in terms of Ks, in terms of hits, that they should get upgrades to get the 1-point upgrade into the gold tier. Also want to talk about Zach Wheeler. We mentioned him last week. Kind of looking back over this one, bit of a weird candidate. He's quite good. He's quite effective, quite efficient. But his stats, his skills are kind of where they are. He doesn't really limit walks a ton, 2.27. He doesn't really get a lot of strikeouts, 9.25. And he doesn't really limit a lot of hits, 204 opponent batting average. So kind of a weird spot for Wheeler. I don't think he is going to go gold, but I did want to mention him. Then a couple guys that I do want you guys to look forward to. Joey Gallo. He is starting to hit for power finally this year. Not a high batting average, of course, but we're accustomed to that at this point. So Joey Gallo. Harrison Bader, he has been quite good since he came back from injury. He has about 30 at-bats. If it was 60, I would say he's going gold, but not as big of a sample size as I think he needs. Jacob Stallings, everybody's favorite finest card, has been pretty good. I have him on a gold watch. Kyle Lewis is back from injury. He's played about a handful, dozen games so far. Quite good, so I'm saying quite a lot. Just get used to it. Has like an 880 OPS, liking what he's been doing. Garv Sauce is back. Mitch Garver's hitting home runs. He's looking good. I don't know. I don't want to talk about the Twins. Carson Kelly, another catcher, doing pretty well again for the Diamondbacks. I would have him going to gold, but he only had about 19, 20 at-bats, I want to say, within the last 15 days as kind of a platoon catcher, so I don't think he's going to get it quite yet. Then also, Dinelson Lamet is back for the Padres, so he made his first start. I think he only threw 4 or 5 innings. They were good, but Obviously, 1 start of 4 innings isn't exactly warranting of a +1, but he's an 84, so start investing in Dinelson Lamet. I think he was great last year. I expect him to do quite similar this year as well, especially if you have to face, I don't know, the team like the Rockies, preferably at home. But again, if you guys did enjoy this one, as always, leave a like down below. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a good day. GomesDaLegend.